official. I'm crazy. It's 27 degrees, but the temperature is not as bad as it was last time I was down here with Steve. We started at 14, but the wind is blowing. I don't see another fisherman, so yeah, it's official. I'm crazy. Well, I called 4 other friends and they decided not to come. Well, I texted them. They said no, they had other things going on. They're smarter than I am. I'm fishing in the same spot that Steve and I did last year. I do have my waders on already. I put those on at home because when it's cold, they're hard to get on. So I'm gonna fish this same stretch. I may try some experimental flies that I tied and see how that goes. Come along with me and let's see what happens. Well, they're still doing construction down here. The hardest part this morning, I think, is gonna be rigging my rod because it is pretty cold. So let me turn you around. Show you where I'm going to be fishing at. Right there where the bridge is at, I fish this little section all the way through here, all the way down to about, just past this big tree here. The whistle went off already. I'm kind of stalling a little bit. Anyway, let's go see what we catch. Here's my fly box. These are my go-to in the morning, these little white balls, and then sometimes I call these my Casey flies. I named them after my daughter, but those are my go-to flies. So I'll probably start with the Casey fly and maybe put a dropper of a white ball or something like that. These are the experimental flies I was talking about. I might try those later today. Well, I made me a walking stick for the river. It's slick out here, and this is an old fishing rod that I picked up doing disaster relief after Katrina. It took me forever to get rigged up. My fingers got cold. I even have gloves on. I hardly ever wear gloves. When the wind dies down, it's not too bad. But yeah, anyway, I want to show you this stick. I'm going to try to use it today. Okay, I'm all rigged up. I'm going to go try. Well, my first fish of the day, right here as soon as I stepped in. And it looks like it took the white ball. Yep. Well, let me get this guy landed. Fish number 2, I had to tie on another white bug or ball because I broke the first one off. So this is only fish number 2 for me. Well, fish number 3, same spot. I haven't moved very much. I need another hand. I can't reel and film at the same time. So let me get this one. Well, the sun's coming up. It just gives a feeling of a little warmth. My hands are cold, but the rest of me's fine. I haven't seen any bald eagles yet. Let's look up this way. Sometimes they're up in these sycamores right here. Nope. Well, this is fish number 4, still on the white ball. They're not as big as they were last time we were down here, but they're trout. Well, I just missed fish number 5 and it felt like a big one. I don't know, I hit them, fought them for a few seconds. I don't count those. I only count the ones that I touch. Well, I stopped to retie, put a couple, one was Casey fly, and underneath it I had one of my experimental flies. I'm at 7 fish. It got slow last few minutes, but feels good to sit down for a minute. Nobody else is here yet. It seems like when the sun comes out, it feels warmer. Of course, it may be mental, but 7 fish. Let's see what time it is. I started a little after 8. It's almost 10 o'clock, so it's kind of slow. Let's see if it picks up with the sun hitting the water. Fish number 8. I'm not sure which fly it's on. I think it's on the experimental. Yes, it is. It's on the experimental fly, the pink with the. Oh, there was a nice one chasing it. I don't know if you'll see that in a bit. Right there. They're kind of splashing around. Wow, there's 4 or 5 of them right here. Anyway, it's that experimental beathead. Well, I had to retie again. I don't think a fish broke me off. I think it was the bottom, but I tied on real good this time. It's hard to do. My hands are, like I said, my hands are the only thing that's cold. I'm up to 8, 9 fish, and so I'll double up here in a little bit. it's cold. Every time that wind picks up, it gets cold. Still had the place to myself except for the construction workers. So let me get to fishing. Fish number 13, lucky number 13. Look how pretty this trout is. A white ball again, see it? Well, I finally caught a fish without using the white ball. It was on the copper bead head, dark body. I don't know what I'd call it. It's got a tail and some copper wire around it. It's an experimental fly. So got one on it so far. I think I just missed one. Quit recording and start fishing. I think I finally caught me a decent trout. He's been fighting pretty good. He looks pretty chunky. Good fight. Oh yeah, he's a good one. And I got to put the camera down so I can land this fish. Look at this guy. Biggest fish of the day so far. Number 16. Well, I'm at 17 fish. I think it's a little after 11, maybe 11:30. I'm going to my lunch. And I may fish a couple more hours. Again, I've got this whole place to myself. Haven't seen another fisherman. When the wind kicks up, it gets cold. This hand's frozen. But yeah, 17's not too bad. Go eat my lunch and then maybe come down and fish this stretch one more time. I went past the big cedar on the corner, sycamore on the corner there, and hooked that nice one I recorded, hopefully. So I'm gonna go eat some lunch. Well, this is fish number 18. I'm fishing this shallow water right here. Well, it's 10 after 1. I ended with 22 fish. It never got warm, but it was a good day. It's hard to fish and film at the same time. I'm gonna have to bring Steve along as my cameraman. But I did have fun today. Somebody finally showed up, another fisherman. I don't know how warm it got. They said mid-30s, but that wind was cold. So I'm gonna head home. We got a basketball game, grandson's basketball game tonight. But yeah, it was still a good day trout fishing, even though it was cold. My walking stick, I made this out of an old fishing pole. I can see that the bottom needs something rubberized on the bottom, and I had to fix my handle a little bit, but this thing worked out good, especially on the slick rocks. So let me get stuff taken off and head home. Come back again and check out my channel. If you haven't subscribed, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. Bye.